what you are seeing here is the full picture of what makes a project bankable, not just the idea, but the systems behind the project that the investors actually review and they access. So I'll zoom in now so we can run a quick analysis of the systems and structures that is required for a project to become bankable when we are referring to E&S structures. So at the top, what you see is the development finance institutions. That is the people, the investors and the people with the capital, but they do not fund your ideas because it's a beautiful idea. Rather, they fund the structure that you have, the the compliant nature of your project, the risk identification, mitigation, the entire ecosystem that is required to mitigate possible risks about the project. At the center here, for a project to sit here at the center, it must be finance ready and compliant. That means it has passed through due diligences successfully, and it has been tagged as a bankable project. I would explain quickly the 5 pillars that surround the bankability of a project. They determine whether a project is bankable or not. First over here is the environmental compliance. So you have the environmental and social impact assessment, the permits that needs to be obtained. It could be air quality permit, biodiversity permit, the regulatory permits that surrounds environmental compliance in that particular African country is being assessed at this point and it's been reviewed. Do you have the permit, the ESIA permit? Have you established the baseline conditions and have all the requirements before an ESIA is bankable? Has it been met or not? This is being reviewed. And then over here, you have the management plans. Could be environmental management plan, could be biodiversity management plan, could be air quality management plan. So we have this series of MPs in the entire ESMS structure that is being reviewed, and also pollution control mechanisms, technology that is being put in place to ensure that environmental compliance is taken seriously and that it is being monitored in the management plan. Then down here is the social license to operate. This is where stakeholders' engagement come in. The community acceptance of the project is being assessed here, and the engagement framework that you have, whether it actually captures grievances or not, is being assessed. It's this GRM system entirely is being assessed to be sure that when grievances arise, that they are being looked into and managed effectively. Then third, let's go to the risk management. Do you even understand the risks associated with the project? We have a separate episode that dealt largely with risk management. Do you have a risk register? Yeah. Are the parties who are supposed to manage the risks, are they aware of the risks? Are there incident reporting frameworks that have been put in place and control measures to make sure that the risks are properly mitigated and monitored as much as possible? The fourth pillar is the regulatory readiness. Are your approvals in place or not? And then we have the fifth, which is the monitoring and evidence. Can you prove whether there is performance or not? Talking a little bit about the regulatory readiness, what we usually will develop is the legal register that captures all aspects of the operations, the construction operation, every aspect of the project. We have a legal register that is now being looked into that your team can skim through to see the level of compliance of the laws of the land that have been captured. And this could be local laws and also international laws in the broad spectrum. So most projects have the idea, but they lack the evidence. Like I said in the introduction, they lack the system, they lack the structure that it takes when it concerns environmental and social due diligences about a project. To the right, when these systems are in place, you'll see that the risks is automatically tagged as reduced. And when the risks are reduced, investor confidence goes up, and all the project promoters are more comfortable to be able to lead on the project. And that is what leads to funding of that project. And on the other hand, when the systems are weak, over here, let me zoom out again. When you have weak systems, you have no proper documentation, no monitoring, poor stakeholder engagement, then eventually the project is delayed or it is even entirely rejected. So the reality is this: projects are not rejected because they're bad, but actually because they are not proven. The projects, when they are not proven, this is when they are being rejected. And this is exactly where Rich Flood come in. We helping projects move from concept to verified, to bankable projects, and to fundable projects. So you can